And we begin tonight with breaking news in the fight against the coronavirus. The FDA gives the green light to a COVID-19 vaccine from Pfizer.
Shots will begin in a few days after tonight's late decision to grant an emergency use authorization. Joe Hankey takes us through the next steps.
On Thursday, a Food and Drug Administration panel of independent doctors and researchers recommended the FDA approve Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine, setting up two key votes. The first happened this evening. The Associated Press reports the FDA approved an emergency use authorization for the vaccine. Up next, a vote this weekend by a CDC Vaccine Advisory Committee known as the ACIP. It is the final hurdle before vaccinations can begin.
ACIP is the advisory group for the CDC, so they make recommendations on how vaccines should be used.
Dr. Ashley Hannings with the University of Georgia College of Pharmacy says the ACIP also met today to discuss research from Pfizer's vaccine trials. This approval process expected to be repeated for any other vaccines.
And in fact, at today's meeting, it was announced that ACIP will be holding meetings on December 18th and December 20th to discuss the Moderna vaccine.
Within 24 hours of final approval, a massive undertaking is now expected to begin. Pfizer says most doses will be shipped from Michigan with trucks hauling it to airports. Then it is flown around the country and finally back on the ground, FedEx and UPS take over. Pfizer reports GPS-enabled thermal sensors will track shipments and make sure doses are at the correct temperature. In today's ACIP meeting, Hannings says known side effects were detailed.
The most common one by far was pain at the injection site. Headache and fatigue were fairly common as well, but those can happen with a number of other vaccines.
Also discussed 4 cases in Pfizer's trials of Bell's palsy or partial facial paralysis. But as of now, the CDC is not calling it a vaccine side effect.
Not a large number, and so we don't really necessarily have any evidence indicating whether or not that was related.
And Hannings tells me even if Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine is approved, research on it will continue, so we can expect more advisories and further details on possible side effects.
Thanks a lot, Joe. So the next question becomes, who gets the vaccine first here in Georgia? Residents of our state's long-term care facilities will be high on the list. According to 11 Alive investigator Andy Parati, the state will use a web application called Tiberius to help determine who gets the vaccine using data points like demographics and public health information. State officials also plan to develop a multimedia campaign to get the word out. This vaccine is safe and about 95% effective.
Tonight